listen to me for a second. Watch how many people nod their head yes as you do it. Ready? So just do it to each other. Step by step by step. Say, so come back and look in the middle. Come back to me now. You notice how many people naturally start to shake their head yes? Okay? You are influencing them when you do that. They follow you. That's why you're not flimsy, because they'll be like, you want to go step by step by step. And they'll be like, okay, I got it. You're good. All right, that sounds good. I want to hear more. You follow? Yeah. That's how you influence people. Now, so you show here that you're a person of balance. And that's the middle part of your body. So while smiling, you hold your hands in this zone. When you're showing your materials, you say, if they're a high person, like, hey, show me that. Yeah, okay, you can put your hand up. All right? Keep one hand here, put your hand up. All right? That's fine. But when you're talking, talk in this zone. You can smile. You relate to the visuals when you smile. And you keep your hands in this zone. So great to make your acquaintance. Glad you came in. Let's talk more about our concept. Okay? So, while smiling and hands in this zone, by the way, if you have your hands in this zone, the words you need to say come out easier. If your hands are down, it's harder to come up with the words that match the language that belongs in the middle. Hands in the zone, the words flow. Smile and the words flow. No smile and hands down, it's hard to get there. Make sense? And you'll start selling to yourself, not to them. So, while smiling, hands in the zone, let's talk about the third zone, which is from the waist down. That's what proves your conviction and your commitment and whether or not you are telling the truth about your concept. Okay? So, why don't you guys have a seat for a second, because I need to show you a quick demonstration. And then we'll stand back up. Never, ever, never, ever, ever, never, 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 ever walk backward in your booth. Never. So what's the price? Oh, it's $25,000. Is it negotiable? Absolutely not. Are you guys really good? Oh, we're like the best. You believe me? Not a word. Because I literally, in my body language, said, we're not the best. I'm not even sure if we're even good. I wouldn't pay $25,000. How can I ask you to do the same? I got mine for free. I got comped, sucker. Right? How about this? How much does your concept cost? $25,000. Is that negotiable? Absolutely not. It's worth every penny. And are you the best? Number one in our niche. Who do you believe more? Same words. Notice? Body language totally different. Now here's the second worst thing you can do. So, what's the cost? I didn't walk backwards, but I moved side to side and backwards. I gave way. So whenever you're asked a question, always move forward. Always move forward. Okay? So, better to show someone your back than to walk backwards. So if someone asks you a question, they step into your booth. Hey, how you doing? Hi, how are you? Can you tell me more about your concept? Yes, absolutely. You're always moving forward. Follow? Okay, I needed to show you that. So let's stand up again. Then we're going to practice this. So, the third one is your conviction, telling the truth. How solid are you on your commitment? And that's from the waist down. All right? So, it's from the waist down, so we're talking about your legs. So, we want to be solid. So, plant those feet. Okay? Make sure you're solid. Would you want to walk into a building that was going like this? Or as you got to the front door, it took a step back? All right? Think about it. If you wouldn't walk into that building, you shouldn't be that sort of building when somebody is coming into your booth. So you want to be solid from here down. Now, one of the ways to do that, because I know the floors are hard for me too. About 25 years ago, I broke a bone in my back. And it healed pretty well, but the only time it bothers me is when I'm standing in a car or an airplane or when I breathe. Okay? So I feel your pain, literally. And it's still no excuse. The people that are coming in deserve your best. Give them your best. You're gonna have 10 minutes with them. You could put it on for 10 minutes. All right? So if you do have a problem physically in some way, leave your booth, go recharge, come back. Better to be out of your booth and have them just pick up a card or drop their card and you talk to them later than them meet the Grim Reaper in your booth. Does that make sense? Yeah. All right? You got to be upbeat, you got to embody it, or rotate out. Okay? So here's the third one. So I know a lot of you are so pumped up. You are ready for this weekend. You can't wait to get... Carl, come on. What time is it? We have 40 minutes, and then we get at them, okay? So plenty of time. So I know you guys are really anxious, so you've got all this extra energy. Plus, you've been drinking coffee all morning. So you need a place for all that energy to go. So here's how you remain solid in your booth, okay? What I want you to do is stand the way you would stand when you feel totally confident, totally on your game, feeling great, unstoppable. You have the answer for everything. Nobody could throw your day off. How would you stand? And how would you breathe? Now, as you stand that way, pretend your legs, they're not legs, they're two oak trees. All right? And your feet aren't feet, they're roots. Imagine your toes are just grabbing onto the ground. Okay? Then imagine we put a hose through them, and all this water and all this energy is going through your legs right onto your feet. All right, so keep driving that water down your legs and over your feet. As a matter of fact, your feet might start to tingle. Okay? If they're starting to tingle, that means you're driving your energy into the floor. Now, just look around the room as you guys are all driving your energy down. Look how solid you are. As you're driving your energy into the floor, put your hands in the zone. Smile. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to meet, so we can move our legs a little bit. Just make sure we're solid. Okay? The energy's going into the ground. What I want you to do is I want you to meet and greet at least 3 people. Build rapport as if you just won the lottery by being here this weekend. You've got all these lottery tickets and you just can't wait to hand them out. So go meet 3 people, build rapport, and then go back to your seats. 1, 2, 3, go. In the room, how many more smiles there are in the room? It's like you guys are ready now. You kind of slept, walk in here. Now you're ready. All right, notice the difference. Drive your energy into the ground. Keep your hands in this zone. Walk around like you have somewhere to get and some time to get there. Right? That there's a purpose to why you're here. And that you figured it out. And you're here to just pass the baton to the next person who is lucky enough to buy your concept. You're not selling a concept. You've got winning business, you have winning lottery tickets. You don't want a lottery ticket? All right. Next person will get the benefit of it. That's the way you should be walking around. You're not selling businesses, you're selling lottery tickets. And the person who's lucky enough to work with you, and they'll get the same kind of life that you have and that you're demonstrating this weekend. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, cool. So now remember that people have their own way of buying. So you want to meet and greet them in all 3 zones because they have all 3 zones too. They have a vision. It's a little down right now. They've been beaten up a little bit. They want to change in their life. They also have some balance. Hey, they got up and they came here on a weekend. You know, that shows some commitment. And it shows a little bit of courage too. Because we all know why they're here. Because if they had figured it out, they wouldn't be here. Which means they haven't figured it out. Which is why they're hoping that you can be the person to show them how to take the next chapter of their life to the next level. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. So we have 2 gifts for you. They all come in the same sheet. If I may pass, just want to pass these out. Sorry, I should have left these. Oh, that would be fantastic. Jeff, would you mind?
No, don't mind at all.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Just everyone gets one.
Okay.
So I have.
We'll get one together.
You should be holding in your hand a sheet, or you'll get a sheet that looks like this. It says Sales Success System. By the way, this was series. This is the 3rd in a series. We do 3 of these. This was number 3. And so when you come back to these shows, come to this seminar each time because we want to make sure that each of you have done all 3 in the series. Because some of you that I saw this morning said, hey, we going to hear about the Panther and the politician this morning? No, that's number 1. This is number 3. So we want you to come to all three so you get the benefit of all the technologies that we're giving you. So here's our gift. Well, one, if you want to, please give us some feedback to tell you if this was valuable for you and your business. Two, if there's any other topics that you would like presented, let us know and we'll make sure that that happens. Number three, we will give you a free booth review. We'll come by, give you some feedback about that. And also, anyone who ever comes to one of our presentations, number four is we will give you a free business analysis, meaning we'll look at your entire business. It's something that we normally charge $1,500 for, but anyone who comes to our presentations, we do it complimentary, no charge. So if you would like, just fill out the form, let us know, and we'll make sure that we follow up with you. Okay? So now, we're just about done. We have about 30 seconds, and we could leave the room in this level energy, or we could take it up a notch. What would you prefer?
Up a notch.
Take it up a notch. All right. So now, you just need to put everything down. We're going to double the energy in the room. So you just put everything down. Now, this time, turn to a neighbor, give them a high 10, and say, you are a master and very sexy.
You are a master and very sexy. Yes.
All right, so what
Good
we all...
morning, everybody. We are 12 minutes until show open. Couple of points for you. There is a concession stand at the back of the hall that is open. If you want coffee, way down the third row, we have a couple of areas that are set up for exhibitor conversations, private meeting rooms. So if you've got someone that you want to sit down and have a conversation with, there are some tables there. There's, of course, tables at concession and at the front as well. The show's going to open in 12 minutes.
All right, so we're gonna wrap things up now. Dan and I will collect the forms. Please take a moment, fill them out. We are in aisle number 100, so if for some reason you didn't get a form but you want to stop by, we'll make sure that you get the follow-up. Now, just bear in mind, so two things. Bear in mind, the people deserve your best this weekend. Give them your best. All right, they deserve it. Don't cheat them, and don't cheat yourself. Give them your best this weekend. Either be in the booth at a level 10 or take a walk, recharge, and come back. Second thing is we will be observing how you're doing this weekend. So we have a huddle at the end of today for 5 minutes. We're going to take some notes on what we noticed. Dan will come back, spend 5 minutes with you and say, here's what we noticed. Here's some of the things we thought were working well. Here's some things, generally what we see you guys could take to the next level. So it's real quick, 5 minutes, real informal, and we'll give you some feedback on what we noticed. So has this been valuable?
Yes.
Excellent. So enjoy the weekend. Have a great time. Sell, 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 and build rapport.
Thank you.
Have a good one. You're welcome.